All right, let's get right into it. We're about to pull back the curtain on a blueprint for focus so powerful. It's what some of the world's most elite performers use to stay locked in for hours on end without ever burning out.
Just let that sink in for a second. We're talking 10 plus hours of nonstop life or death concentration. This isn't about getting through your emails. This is peak human performance.
And that's the key thing to understand right away. Forget everything you've heard about productivity hacks. This is a medical-grade protocol designed for absolute precision when the stakes are as high as they get.
So what is it? What do they know that the rest of us don't? How in the world do they unlock that kind of superhuman focus?
Now, I know what you're thinking. The answer has to be caffeine, right? You need to focus, you grab a coffee, an energy drink, you force your brain to pay attention with a jolt of energy. Seems to make sense?
That is completely 100% wrong. And honestly, it's the single biggest mistake that keeps most people from ever achieving real deep focus. You have to get this. Relying on stimulants like caffeine, it actually destroys the physiological state you need for that long-term focus. It gives you the jitters, the anxiety, and then the inevitable crash, the exact opposite of the stability your brain is crying out for.
So if it's not about forcing it, then what is it about? Well, it all comes down to the science of creating internal stability. Let's break down what that actually means.
Here it is, the foundation of everything. Your brain doesn't run on willpower. It's an organ. It runs on fuel, glucose, and oxygen. So sustained focus isn't some mental trick. It's a physiological state where your brain gets a steady, predictable supply of what it needs. No spikes, no crashes. Just clean, consistent energy.
And when you achieve this state, the benefits are incredible. We're talking about optimizing your brain's attention networks, so you get that laser focus, you maximize how efficiently your body uses oxygen, and maybe most important of all, you prevent that cognitive fatigue that kills your productivity.
But that's the real question, isn't it? It's one thing to know the science, but it's another thing entirely to have a simple, repeatable way to get there whenever you need it, especially when you're under pressure.
And that brings us to the core of this whole thing, the actual actionable protocol. It's a really simple, 3-part blueprint that you can literally start using today.
Okay, check this out. Step 1. Control your breath timing. This just means switching from that chaotic, shallow breathing to slow, rhythmic breaths. It instantly calms your nervous system. Step 2. Control your eye-focus distance. Instead of that intense, hard stare that gives you a headache, you learn to soften your gaze. And step 3, control your micro-relax cycles. You don't just push through for hours. You take tiny, intentional 10-second resets. It's that simple.
And here is the fundamental shift in thinking. We are all taught to just grit our teeth and try harder. But what elite performers know is that focus isn't about brute force. It's about creating an internal environment of balance, where focus just happens.
So let's put these two approaches head to head. The way most of us try to focus versus the way the world's elite actually do it. The difference is like night and day.
So on the left, you've got the common approach, force. You're trying to muscle your way through, you're straining your eyes, you're pushing through fatigue until you completely burn out. Sound familiar? Now look to the right. The elite approach, balance. Using your breath to stay calm, relaxing your vision, and taking smart little breaks to recharge. One leads to exhaustion, the other leads to endurance.
This is it. This is the one thing I want you to walk away with. If you remember nothing else, remember this. True, sustainable focus doesn't come from fighting your body. It comes from creating equilibrium. So I want you to ask yourself honestly, which approach have you been using? Have you been trying to force it? Or have you been creating balance? The answer to that question could change everything for you. Let me know in the comments.